Neuroswarm is a system of nanoparticles for wireless recording of brain activity and mapping via use of a femtofilter. Nanoparticles, the particulates probe and insert in a neutral photonic solution which is dispersible and disperses wireless activity, which becomes a reporter in a massively multiplexed measurement system. Neuroswarm 3, next level, enables remote detection of in vivo signals, inverters in vivo that create direct skull readout. Brainstorm's brain system transmits and receives magnetoelectric signals via nanotransductors called MENTs, MENTS, localized in neural tissue for certain applications, and the DARPN3 program. This can remotely control the neurons and behaviors because of the ion channels and the protein synthesis control that it enacts. Then we rise above these systems through emotional intelligence, because the physiological heart generates and has more neural synapses and coherence than any system in the body, and this creates energy propulsion. The brain gut is 5 times more powerful than the brain. There's also science that uses gold nanoparticles. LED controls gene expression this way. Infrared, near-infrared light can interact with magnetic nanoparticulates in a nanobiosystem. Light fidelity equals Lifi, LIFI, the Hyperion Technology Centers. Infrared emitting multimodal nanostructures for controlled in vivo magnetic hypothermia, heat generated in a single magnetic nanoparticulate under near-infrared irradiation. Magneto-optogenetic deep brain multimodal neurostimulation. UV teams heats the nanoparticles, and then the cell membrane is exposed to cell membranes through radio frequencies and the magnetic fields therein. BlackRock is in control of this neurotech. So that brings us to the concept of fortification. Fortification is also the Nun, the 14th Hebrew letter. It's acrostic, N is in each line. So the teachings of Nun and fortification go along with these scriptures. Blessed am I because God's heart is in me. God loves me for eternity. His statutes and laws are my heritage forever. They're the joy of my heart. We're supposed to be a legacy that lives through obedience to the Most High. And when we suffer, God renews. And we have to remember this. When we falter, we remember God's plan. When the wicked set up a trap for us, a fowler's snare, we continue on God's path. My heart is set on keeping Yahweh's decrees to the very end. Nun also represents our growth in darkness, and all life on earth is built on only 4 letters and our DNA strands to continue to propagate, to increase, and create fortification. Imagine what can be made with 22 letters. 11 split 11 means race, rescue. Debts canceled, cleared, also brings us to jubilees through true rest and rejuvenation. This letter also resembles the seed that's sprouting in Paleo-Hebraic. Nazareth, Jesus of Nazareth, means the branch of the Lord, also inviting us to bend in faithfulness. The word lamp also begins with the letter Nun, and that resembles a person holding a lamp in humility, bent above and below. Offspring, heir, also alludes to this letter. Kingship, miracle, giving, actions, changing, situations, faithfulness, emergence. Fish, like a fish that swims in the Torah, the relationship with the body to the soul. The neshama never dies, never dries out with living water. It's constantly replenished and given bread of life. So then we seek relationship through time and space with I, The noon letter swims in the mem, covered by the waters of the hidden word. Proverbs 4:23. I challenge you to fortify your minds.